Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we are just going to basically be unboxing and checking something out that I ordered from Amazon. Let's go ahead and put it right here because I have not opened it up yet. So this is a picture of what we ordered. This is the Tyvoc, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Tyvoc, we're going to say that. This is the Tyvoc Honeycomb that is a aluminum flat bed for laser engraving. So right over here, you can see this is a standard honeycomb. It's one big piece and you have to have a piece of metal underneath it. You can see right here, I have a little thin sheet of metal that you have to have underneath that to protect your piece that you're lasering. This is the 3S 8040, and I do want to do something in the very near future. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hook up the 20-watt laser to the big CL 4x4 Fox Alien. We're gonna go ahead and start doing some big laser cutting. But the problem is, I can't do that just yet because number one, I do not have a honeycomb bed to fit this to protect the wasteboard right now. So what I'm gonna do is I was able to order these right here. These are the Tyvoc honeycomb beds that are interlockable. You can lock them up together. And we're gonna go ahead and order a bunch more. I'm gonna probably order a few more in the next few weeks and we're gonna put them together. But I wanted to try out 2 of them to see how they are and what size they are and stuff like that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open them up, check it out, see what's up on the inside. And then when we go through from there, we'll talk a little bit more because I'm gonna do a little bit of measurement on this one to see how different of a height it is compared to this. And it's one piece, and this right here, this one box is that whole thing all together. So this might be a little bit of a better option for you going forward with your laser engraving with your honeycomb. It's not really a honeycomb, it's more of just like it looks like a heat sink. So, all right, I'm rambling, let's go ahead and open it up. Here we go. And there they are right here. They basically come in these 2 boxes right here. I ordered 2 sets of them. So we wanted to just see how interlocking 2 sets would be opposed to 1. I wanted that 80 by 40 right away. So let's go ahead and just see what happens with them. Flexible honeycomb working plate. The cool thing is, so if I do this whole thing and I make this into one giant honeycomb, I could eventually just take this thing apart and store it later. Where if I tried to get, a bunch of these other little honeycombs, that wouldn't be an option. It comes with this little brush, and this is kind of cool because this basically probably cleans out your grid nice and light. Why these are so good opposed to, let me show you. Let's say this right here. The height of this is actually shorter. So you're going to get some Z height on your bed as well, opposed to like this, because these don't even have the legs on them. So usually this is raised up and you have to have another piece of metal underneath it, where this you don't have to have that. It automatically has the metal already on it. So right there, it has their name on it, Tyvoc. All right, let's go ahead and try to put these together. See how they do. Perfect. All right. All right, guys, check it out. This is the Tyvoc honeycomb plate all put together, and each one of these cost $37. So out of my own pocket, I paid, let's see, $72. $72 for an 800 by 400 honeycomb, which is really awesome because now when I don't need this, I could just take these apart, put it in the corner, and I'm good to go. One thing I want to do is I want to test the height of this, because you come over here, about tripping on stuff. When you come over here and look at this, look at the difference on that Z height that I'm losing. Let's go with this. All right, so let's come over here and let's measure in centimeters 1 and just about a half centimeters tall. Let's come over here and let's see with this, because you got to add that as well. Let's go right to about here. Okay. Look at that. 3.5 centimeters. So that's pretty awesome right there, where you're losing that in the Z height of the piece of wood or your piece of material that you want to put on here. And this is actually a lot easier to maneuver. You don't have to worry about another plate because it actually has this protective plate underneath it. Pretty awesome. I'm super happy with this. All right, guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the honeycomb from here and we're going to go ahead and put it onto the 8040 right now, and basically just going to do a little test cut and see how it does and go from there. But eventually, I think I'm going to order probably maybe 6 or 7 more of these sets. That way I can go ahead and put it on this machine and have this whole thing protected. And man, I could do some really big pieces of laser engraving, anything up to like 48 inches by 48 inches, which I think would be really cool to make a sign. So that's going to be in a upcoming video. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and flip it over to there, and then we're going to go ahead and do a test laser cut and see how it does. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so I went ahead and we got the bed onto the Fox Alien Masuter 3S, and I could already tell you that there's one issue. I think the only issue that I'm coming across is the fact that there's really no way to clamp down onto the board with like clamps like this, or another thing is these little magnet tabs that you can use on standard honeycombs. They come with these little, sometimes they'll come with these little magnet tabs like this, as you can see them. Let me see, is it focusing? Anyways, this is non-magnetic. So if you try to use this tab like this or anything to hold down your piece, if that 3mm wood has a little bit of a curve to it, there's nothing to really hold it down. So I think just by looking at this, I'm going to try to design something with my 3D printer. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to design a little clip that will slide in between the 2 slots right here. See how they're like little fins? Something that maybe can like slide down almost like this right here. But instead of that piece being metal, it'll just be plastic with a little slot in it. And I can slide it down in between those pieces right there, and it would hold down the piece, and then maybe have like a little tab. So maybe we can design something along that lines. Honestly, that's kind of the only issue that I see right now. And it's super light, super easy to move around and everything like that. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm just going to use this little piece of 3mm basswood, and we're going to go ahead and cut something out for the very first time using the Fox Alien 20-watt diode laser onto this, and hopefully, I think we're going to be all right. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, that is it. That is the video. That is the Tyvoc Honeycomb for your diode laser. You could use this on a CO2 laser or anything like that. This thing is absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you something real quick. Check out the back of that. There is very little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's almost no smoke scarring or anything like that on this piece right here. It's absolutely clean as a whistle. Let me show you another thing that I did. So here is the back of that Death Eater. It's hard to tell because they're both really, no, this is the front, this is the back. This is the back of the Death Eater, and this is the back of another project. Check out all of that smoke marks that showed up, and that is using on the standard Honeycomb. I know my camera's kind of not getting it very well in this light that I have, but you could see that there's all sorts of little smoke marks around here where this doesn't have any of that. For some reason, this basically takes all that smoke and puts it in another direction, and this has very little smoke marks on the back that you have to sand off or anything. A couple little tiny marks, but other than that, this thing is awesome. You know, $37.99 for a 400 by 400. I bought 2 of them, so around $75 for 2 of these. I will put a link in the description below for this. Now, they do not have very many available, so get them while you can. Hopefully they reload up pretty soon. Again, I bought these with my own money, and the next time that they reload and there's a bunch left, I'm probably gonna order about 6 more of these kits. That way, we can put the 20-watt diode laser on the big machine and then really do some really awesome big signs and things like that. But the Death Eater from Harry Potter turned out pretty awesome. Just a little quick burn. I'll go ahead and stick that somewhere. All right, guys, if you like this video, go down below, hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of cool videos coming up that have to do with CNC, laser, and just standard workshop tools. I have some tool reviews coming up really soon, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and until that next video, make sure y'all do one thing, stay awesome. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.